thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So I just wanted to share this with you. I was just about to hit bed and I thought I'm actually going to share these sort of tips and tricks that I used to save money, especially at this time of year. I did mention it in a video not long ago and asked if anyone would like to hear what I use, and a couple of people said yes, so I thought I would just share with you quickly kind of the things I use to help save money, especially at this time of year, but I do use a lot of these sort of throughout the year as well. It just kind of depends on what I'm buying, and especially at Christmas time you can obviously be forking out quite a lot of money, and I have started to come up with a few little things which I have in my little notebook here to share with you. Ways that I really do save money. If you don't know me or don't know my channel, then hi, welcome. My name is Stacy. I am currently a stay-at-home mum to my two babies. I have a 4-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son. My husband is the sole earner for our family, so we do obviously live on a budget. Things can be quite tight, but we are very savvy with our money and we try to make every little penny sort of stretch as far as we possibly can. With the lockdown, we were able to save a little bit of money, so this year we've managed to do a couple other little things that I've liked to do around the house. But in general, we sort of live paycheck to paycheck and we just kind of see where we are. So Christmas can be a really tough time for us. It can be a really expensive time, especially for us. We don't have that spare money. And also, great timing for me and my husband. We had both our kids in January. So my son's birthday is at the beginning of January and my daughter's is at the end. So December and January is a really expensive time for us, and it can be quite tough on us and tough on the bank balance. So I have started to do a couple little things that really does help us save money at Christmas, and I thought I would share them with you. The first thing I do is I start way back in sort of July, August. I probably start earlier than that. I keep a list on my phone of who I'm buying for and the ideas that I am buying. So there is an app that I use called Santa's Bag. Now basically what this app is you go onto the app and you can put in the people that you're buying for. So obviously I'll write my daughter, my son, my grandparents, my mum, etc, etc. And on that individual person, you can select how much you want to spend on them. And then you can also type in what you're buying for them and whether you have just got an idea for it, whether you've actually ordered it, it's being delivered, it's on its way. So you can actually set an overall budget for your whole Christmas. So for example, you could put in a £500 budget for the Christmas and festive time, and then you have divided that round between however many people you're buying for. And say I then set my husband's budget to a £50 budget and I buy him socks at say £5, that then gives me £45 left for him. I then have an idea that I am going to buy him a phone case at £20. It is just an idea, so it hasn't taken it off his budget so far. Then I decide to purchase that, and I actually purchased it for £15, so I then change that, take it off, and it will show you that I have £30 left of his budget. So it's a really good way of just sort of keeping track of what you're buying, whether it's just an idea, if you've ordered it, if it's on its way, or if it's sitting at your house waiting to be wrapped. And it also gives you an idea of how under budget you can be, or if you're going to go over your budget. It's just a really good way of having it all in one place. Now, I'm a very visual person. I like everything written down in front of me. And I do usually start that way. I like to sort of write everybody's names down and the ideas I've got. Once I've got everything there, I will then put it into my phone. And in that way, I've got it with me at all times, because I am terrible at leaving lists at home. If I ever do a shopping list, I generally will take a picture of it on my phone so that I don't ever forget it. So I highly recommend checking out Santa's Bag. I'm sure there is a load of different apps. I actually only just recently found this app and I'm loving it. It also has a wee countdown to Christmas, which is obviously really cool. And obviously it's just a really good way of keeping track of everybody you're buying for, the gifts that you're buying for them, the budget you have there, and obviously whether you're going to be under budget or over budget. And you can really just keep an eye on everything in one app. So I highly recommend checking that out. So that is probably the first thing I like to do, is definitely research who I'm buying for, write down the list that I'm going to buy for them and the ideas that I've got, and then putting it into my phone. The second part of that is do your research online. So if you have, for example, I want to buy my son a dinosaur toy. Now I actually went to Asda month or 2 months ago. It was on one of my videos not long back, and I saw a VTech dinosaur that I want to get him for his Christmas, or I might have already bought, but you'll have to wait and see. So that VTech dinosaur toy, which I thought was quite expensive at the time, but actually for VTech it was okay. It was $39.99 in Asda, and I remember looking at it thinking that's quite expensive, but it's a toy that I want to get him, and didn't know whether I should just get it up. I didn't think Asda would be the more expensive shop, so I left it. and I went online and actually saw in Smith's store, which is a toy store which you would think would be more expensive, I saw it there for £25.99. So that was £15 cheaper buying it from a toy store than it was from Asda. And so I didn't purchase it from Asda, and thankfully I didn't, because I do always do my research. So if there is something you know you're buying for your child, your parent, your partner, whatever, if there's something you're buying, I highly recommend giving yourself at least sort of 2 to 3 weeks in advance and researching every day. Now, whether that's 20 minutes in the morning with your cup of coffee, if it's on your lunch break, whether it's just after dinner, or if it's just before bed, which I generally will do sort of as I'm lying in my bed, I will flick through the sort of stores and ideas that I want to buy, and I will check what websites have it on for a decent price. So highly recommend doing your research. Now, I'll give you an example for that. My daughter this Christmas has asked for a frozen dollhouse. Now, the big dollhouse is not the little ones that you play with, but the ones that are the same height as her. And so if you look up those, they're actually really expensive. Now, I generally will only set a budget for my kids at about no more than £80 to £100, because they are so young, and I think that's more than enough money, and I can get enough from them, and they get so much from family that I just don't see the point in going over the top for them at this age, because it's not going to be far down the line when my daughter is asking me for the new iPhone when she is a teenager, and I'm going to take advantage of the years that I can save money. So with my daughter, I was planning on doing about £100 this year, £80 to £100, and my son was about £70 to £80. Then she asked for a dollhouse. Now, my daughter doesn't ask for a lot. There's certain things she will say, but we don't really get them a lot throughout the year. There's a little thing here and there, but we don't have the money to do that. So when she's asked for something specifically, I have obviously done my research, and I saw that the frozen one that she did want was £135 off of Amazon and Smith's. And I just said to my husband, I can't justify that, not when we've said our budget is about £100. And I just don't think she needs that one. So that's when I started to do my research. And I've been looking since probably August time for this doll's house. And I found one on Asda. I found one for £90, and it's a princess dollhouse. And it was the best one I saw. The recommendations were fantastic, and the quality looked really good, and it was exactly what I was looking for, and it fits Barbie sized dolls, which was another thing that I wanted, because she's really into playing with her Barbie dolls just now. So I thought it would be really good to get a dollhouse that would fit the Barbie sizes, otherwise they're not going to be able to stand up straight. Anyway, so I saw that doll's house and it was £90. And so, okay, I've got the one that I wanted, I saved the page that I wanted, and I left it. And I kept looking every day, along with the other things that I was looking at. I went back every day, checked a couple of other apps, which I'll explain in a minute, and it was still £90. So I thought, okay, we'll just keep leaving it, go back to it. I had looked for other doll's houses, but I kept going back to this one. And then I think it was one night, it was about, I think we were talking maybe end of September, yeah, about the 25th or 26th of September. I went on, it was about 11:15 at night, and I went on to do my research just for that day. And I saw on Asda that they had a 20% discount off of wooden toys. This dollhouse is wooden. So that took the £90 dollhouse straight down to £72. So I said to my husband, get your wallet, get out of bed, go downstairs, get your wallet, we're buying this now. The last thing I had to do before I purchased it was check another website. That takes me on to one of my other saving tips, which is using cashback websites. Now, one that I would always go back to using is called Top Cashback. My husband likes the one Quidco, but I've always just used Top Cashback. And so what Top Cashback is and what cashback sites are is a website that you go through that has hundreds and hundreds, probably even thousands of websites and companies on there that you can go through, have a look, and you get a percentage of your purchase back through that website. So for example, you go on to the Top Cashback, you see Georgia Asda has got a 4.25% cashback. You click on that and you click through the website. It takes you over to the George website page. You will get a cashback to your Top Cashback account. Now, it takes usually about 30 to 60 days for the cashback to come in. So that isn't money you're going to get straight back, but it is money that you are saving. So I highly recommend using cashback websites. It is a massive saver for me. I have saved so much money in the past. So using cashback websites is a big thing for us. It is something that I always use, and I get a lot of money back that way, but it does take time. So going back to buying my daughter's dollhouse, I obviously saw it for £72 and I went to purchase it. I then went to check through Top Cashback, as I do before I purchase anything online. I always check Top Cashback, and if there's nothing on there, I will get my husband to check Quidco. And on Top Cashback, it had 7% back on Georgia Asda. So I got another £5 off that purchase. So I got a doll's house from £90 down to £66. Now, for me, that is like I've just won the lottery. I've saved £30 basically, daughter's gift, which can then go on to buy her a good few other toys to go with her doll's house. So that was a big relief for me, because I had obviously only set a budget for around about £100 for her. I probably will still just go slightly over that with when I take into account obviously stocking and her Christmas Eve bag, but then I know I'm not going to be spending that much more. And the fact that I got a doll's house, and one that I know she's going to love, so from getting that down from £90 to £66 was amazing. And that is all through research, like double checking websites, doing your research online, and checking cashback websites. Now, I cannot stress enough how much we have saved by using things like that when we have bought things in the past. I wouldn't count on that money getting back into your bank anytime soon. It's just quite good to know, maybe in the new year, if you're going to go into the January sales, you know you've got some money sitting there. Now, the other way that Top Cashback works is, it's really good, is when you go to do your payout, you can actually, say for example, if you have £15 in your Top Cashback account, you can either take that £15 out, or you can use that £15 towards either an eBay voucher, a food voucher, something like that. And it actually usually gives you more than the £15. So they might give you an eBay voucher for £16. Yes, that's only £1 more, but that's £1 more on a website that you can then use and purchase a gift for free, essentially. So I hope this is all making a lot of sense. I've got so many things going on in my head that I just wanted to say. So basically, in a nutshell there, research online. Please don't buy first sight. You've got to do your research. It is a big saver for me. And always keep going back. I would say give yourself at least 3 weeks before you purchase something. Don't just instantly buy it. Check online, go back. I mean, yes, you've got the risk of potentially going out of stock, and if that is something that you don't want to take a chance on, then of course go ahead and buy it. But for me, I would always like to try and save some money, and if it goes out of stock, then I know there's usually somewhere else that I can purchase either the same thing or something very similar, and I will get it anyway. So please just do your research online, make sure you've got your budget set, and check the cashback websites, because you will save a lot of money. Another form of cashback sort of website that we use over here is called Airtime Rewards. Now, I think this is linked up to 5 different mobile phone accounts here in the UK. Now, I don't obviously think this is an American or anywhere else. This is just a UK based one. There will be obviously options over there, but this is just what I'm talking about, what we use here. There's an app called Airtime Rewards, and what that is that is an app that you download on your mobile, and it links up to your mobile. So I think there's like 5 mobile services. There's like O2, EE, giffgaff, 3 and Vodafone. So I think if you're on any of those networks, what you can do is download this app, and you can connect it up to your mobile number. And then on this app, you put in the cards that you use, whether you use credit card, debit card, your savings card, anything that you use to purchase from, you link that card up to your Airtime Rewards account. And then basically on the Airtime Rewards, you've got shops that you can go through. You've got Argos, Wilko, Primark. So there's shops like that you can go through. And then what you do is you will, say for example, you're having a look, Argos is on there. Argos, you've got 3% cashback on. And then when you either go in store or online, it will say on the sort of page there, you will get a percentage going on back onto that Airtime Rewards. Now, what that Airtime Rewards is not cash in your bank. It goes towards your phone bill. So say you pay £50 a month for your phone bill, and you manage to save up money up to £10, you can put that £10 towards your phone bill for the next month. That saves you £10, so your next month's bill will only be £40. So again, it's not cash in your hand, but it is going to be saving you money on things like your phone bill, and it's a really good way of not really knowing that you're saving money. And then you can go into your Airtime Rewards. What's really good about that is that you don't have to go through the app. If your cards are linked up through your Airtime, then anytime you go into any of the stores that are on the Airtime app, that will then automatically put that money onto your account, if that makes sense. I really hope I'm explaining all this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave linked everything that I'm sort of speaking about down below, and then it'll have everything explained properly. So please, if I don't make sense, I'm sorry, it's late and I'm trying to just get it all in my head and finalised. And yeah, so it's a really good way to sort of save some money, put it towards your phone bill, and it's money you don't necessarily see. I think it has to get up to like £10 before you can sort of withdraw the money. And when I say withdraw it, you just click the button and it'll put that £10 onto your phone bill, and then it reduces your next month's phone bill by however much you've transferred over. So it's another really good way of saving money. It just won't be money in your hand, but obviously it does go to paying your phone bill, which then saves you money in your bank. So it's a really good one as well. So I highly recommend checking that one out. Another thing that I have used in the past, and I've actually mentioned this website on videos probably right at the start of my channel, So if you watch any of my videos, I have a Dyson Hoover. It is a Dyson V6 Fluffy. Now those are obviously quite expensive. Dyson Hoovers are really, really expensive. I actually got that Hoover from an auction website. Now it's a second-hand auction website, so I don't particularly know exactly where all those things have come from. I think, for example, it's from stores that have maybe closed down or are going out of business or are downsizing or whatever, and a lot of their products and items that they sold will then go to this auction site to potentially pay off debtors and things like that. I'm not 100% sure. Again, I will leave links down below and you guys can check it all out for yourself. So basically the website that we use is a company called John Pye. What you do is you go on the John Pye website and you will look at, say for example, auctions that are near where you live. You can look at ones further away, but then you obviously have to pay for delivery. If you're getting one local to you, then you can obviously go and pick it up. I thought John Pye is an amazing way to find things secondhand. The other thing we've bought a few things. Oh, let me tell you. Okay, so we bought our Dyson Hoover. So we got that for, I don't even know how much we got it for, but we got it for like a third of the price that you'd pay in the shop. My lamp in my living room, so it's about an £800 lamp, and we got it for about £60, I think, maybe about 2.5 years ago. And I think that was a kind of lamp that would have been in like a furniture store that maybe went out of business, and they've obviously then sold it on. The thing with John Pye is obviously you buy it, say I pay £60, but then you still have to pay like a buyer's fee and some sort of tax on top of it. But the website explains all that. The only thing is you can't obviously go and see these items. It is all by eye. We've bought a couple of things there that maybe haven't been great, but that is a risk you take, I suppose. We just haven't spent a lot of money. But that lamp was in fantastic condition and has been amazing, and I absolutely love it. I love this sort of retro-y style old camera stand. I love it, and my mum always says that she loves it. So yeah, got that for £60 when it's like an £800 lamp. We got my Dyson, and we also got my coffee machine, which you guys know I did an unboxing on that, and oh my goodness, I love it so much. That is a expensive coffee machine. It's an espresso machine, and we got it for, did I say about £45 or something? And then obviously by the time you add your buyer's tax and fees and stuff on it, it was a wee bit more than that. But I got that for such an absolute steal. I'm not really sure if John Pye is abroad. I think it is just a UK site, but you guys will obviously have auction sites wherever you are, and I definitely recommend sort of checking them out. Some of these items, obviously, like I said, you've got to be careful. Some items won't be great, but you will be able to tell by the pictures, and it is a really, really good way of getting maybe higher end products for a lot cheaper. So they have cameras on there, they have tripods, they have Hoovers, TVs, computers, massive variety on John Pye. So I will leave them linked down below as well. I think my Hoover, I think it was like an X display because it really wasn't used at all, but it was obviously discounted and it was out of its box, so it didn't look used at all. So I think it was maybe like an X display that has then been sold on. So I mean, I got a brand new Hoover there for pennies and it was really good. So highly recommend checking out auction websites as well. So another way that we have used to save money in this house as well is buying secondhand, like so very similar to the auction website, is going on Gumtree, going on Facebook Marketplace, going into sort of charity shops or sort of secondhand stores and finding bargains. Now I've found so many secondhand books for my kids in those stores and charity shops for pennies. Like one of my local charity shops, in fact, if you saw my autumn decor haul that I showed you, that grey tray, which is just sitting behind the camera, that grey tray that I've got my sort of autumnal decorations in, I got that from a secondhand shop for £6. Now that probably would have been double that in a store. It's a beautiful sort of rustic looking tray and I absolutely love it. So yeah, charity shops, secondhand, Facebook Marketplace. People are obviously, especially this time of year, are putting quite a lot up on Facebook Marketplace and Gumtree to try and sell to make money for Christmas. So highly recommend start checking them out about August, September time, and you will find some really, really good deals, maybe on secondhand bikes, on scooters. There's so many options and I have bought so much from Facebook Marketplace and charity shops. I think they're a really, really good way to find really good steals, and I think that they're underrated. You don't really think about these things. Everything, my kids are so young, so I can really get away with a lot of these sort of stores, but I just think it's an amazing way to save so much money and help out these charities, giving that money to help these people out and save. It's such a good feeling knowing that you're buying something secondhand with that money going to something really important. So highly recommend checking out sort of charity shops, Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree. The other one you can do is obviously Black Friday. Now I personally don't use Black Friday because I like to have everything done before Black Friday, but if you're purchasing things that are maybe over more expensive, TVs for example, kitchenware would be a really good one. So if you're looking to purchase something a little bit more expensive, it is really worth getting out. Black Friday is a really good one, and there's obviously Cyber Monday. Again, I haven't personally used that one. My sister's used Black Friday a good few times, and obviously she saves a lot of money. There is obviously queues on websites you have to go onto and things like that, but they are definitely worth checking out if you're looking at getting something a little bit more expensive. They're really good. I suppose it's a really good way to just sort of get that deal in before Christmas. So yeah, check out Black Friday sales and Cyber Monday. Usually things like companies like Amazon will have like a Black Friday week. So a lot of companies or sites and stuff do like a Black Friday week now, so you don't have to just be there on that one specific day. Just keep your eye out, but there is sometimes worth checking those out if you're looking for a really big saving. So that is pretty much it. I probably have rambled on far too long, and I really hope that you understand everything that I've said. Basically, in a nutshell, what I do is I write a list. I have my ideas, I have my list, and I have a budget. I then do my research online. I check every website possible. I set aside a little bit of time most days. Don't get me wrong, not every single day I can get around to it, but for the amount of time that people are on their phone every day, you can set 20 minutes aside just to check those websites that have certain items that you're looking to purchase and see if there's a discount come up, see if there is a sale on, and see if there is maybe like a 2-for-1 on purchases and things like that. I highly recommend checking it out. So obviously list, ideas, budget, then check cashback websites like Top Cashback or Quidco, and you've got places like Airtime Rewards, again against your phone bill, another way to save a really good amount of money. And auction websites are a really good way to get secondhand things, and then checking places like Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, and your charity shops. Our kids' birthdays are in January, so we have a very expensive December and January, and I like to be prepared. I've actually bought a couple of things for my kids' birthdays that I've put aside because I got them on such a good deal. So for me, it is all about preparation. I need to be prepared, and for us to be able to save money and pay for Christmas, this is the only way I can do it. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it's given you some sort of ideas on maybe ways that you can save money. I'm not 100% sure if all these ideas can be used out with the UK, but I've given you ideas on what I use personally and what maybe help you and help your family and save money at Christmas. And obviously Christmas isn't about gifts, but it is a big part of it, and spending time together as a family, and it can just be so costly. So it's a good way to save some money and just make that a little bit easier on your bank account. So I really hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know down below if any of these sort of tips were useful. I'd really appreciate any feedback. And if you want any more clarification on any of them at all, please just let me know down below. Send me a message or ask me on Instagram. I'm going to be happy to explain. I'm not 100% sure if this was totally clear or not. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.